Well, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming and Tech Reviews. I'm Andrew, and today we have made it past the 2-week return window for the RTX 5090. Yes, friends, it lasted 2 weeks, and we are keeping the RTX 5090. I've had an incredible time. I've had an incredible experience with the RTX 5090 over the last couple of weeks. For the last few days, I have been gaming on the 9070 XT and doing a lot of live streaming. As you guys have noticed, we've been doing that more regularly. When I bought the 5090 with the full intentions of seeing what this experience is, this is technically now the second 90 class card that I've bought. I do have a 4090. I got that 4 weeks ago today. So it was a pretty rapid succession going from a 4090 to a 5090. My experience with the 4090 kind of left me feeling a little hollow and a little empty, especially after the fact that it was kind of like regressing in features from the 5070 Ti, which was previously the highest RTX 50 series card that I had. I started off this generation with the 5070 Ti and the 9070 XT, and then I went down the stack all the way down to the RTX 5050. So I feel like I've tested pretty much all of these cards, and this is the top end card that I currently have right now. It has, well, it's one of the two. I actually have the W Pro that also has 32 gigs of RAM. But this one here, the 5090, is by far the most powerful experience that I have. So I want to kind of take a few minutes and kind of go over some of the features of the card. Obviously, it is packed with 21,000 CUDA cores, give or take. It has, man, this card has everything you would absolutely need to run an AI freaking home server type deal. Like, this card is a stacked absolute beast. I personally am only using it for gaming, so it's kind of overkill in a lot of places like this. But this is one of the two models that I actually was looking at. It was either the MSI Gaming Trio or the ROG Astral. I really just couldn't bring myself to spend an extra $1,000 on a product that I just was already feeling like I don't know about it. The inclusion of DLSS 4 and frame generation, multi-frame generation, running on the top of the line gaming GPU that you can buy, the RTX 5090. To me, here's the thing. I personally am a gamer. I like to game. I play a lot of single player AAA bangers, over the shoulder, open world, sim racing, like however you want to look at that. I'm not a competitive gamer. I put myself more in a class of casual gamer. You know, I'm getting older. I'm 45. I just want a good gaming experience. I want my visuals to look good. I want my games to play smooth. Those are the things that are important to me. And MFG 4X allows me to do that very comfortably. I started playing Chronos the other day, Chronos the New Dawn. I threw it in there. I did what all the other guys do, and all right, let's check this out with native resolution, with none of the features, blah, blah, blah. And it's, as you would expect any Unreal Engine 5 game to come out, a stuttery mess. You know, it comes out, it stutters, all of that stuff, you know. And so I played it. I mean, it was playable. You know, I played about an hour of that under those circumstances. And so I turn on, and then immediately turn on some DLSS, turn on some frame generation, all those problems go away. All of a sudden, it's a buttery smooth experience, and therefore I coined the term butter smooth land. It takes you straight to butter smooth land when you're utilizing those features. Now, you can get to butter smooth land on a 5070 Ti. You can get there on a 5080. You can get there on a 5060 Ti when utilizing, you can get there on a 5050 when utilizing the features, MFG 4X. So all of those cards having access to this incredible tool that gives you an experience. I'm not going to say performance, because performance is misleading. It is an experience, though. it adds to the experience, and it actually makes things better. Now, I game on a controller, so for me, MFG 4X is always going to be a very powerful tool at my disposal to enhance the experience that I get gaming on PC. So I want people to know that, and that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as performance, I look at it as an experience. Now, I can tell you all day long the good things about the 5090, because I don't really see a whole lot of negative. I don't really have anything negative to say about the 5090. The experience is good. The money that I paid for it seems fair. I feel okay with what I paid for it. I'm generally pretty damn happy with the experience that a 5090 gives me. The fact that this thing has lasted 2 weeks, given me an experience that has absolutely blown my mind. And if you've been at the channel for a while, you know that I have been like, gosh dang, I just want that Nvidia experience that everybody's talking about. I just want to feel what everybody else is talking about. And I have. This card has 100% delivered that experience that I feel everybody else is talking about. The new features, the incredible DLSS experience, it has it. I feel like I have the whole package now that I've heard so many people talk about in Nvidia. But let's be fair. The 5060 Ti has gotten pretty close. 5070 Ti, great experience. Absolutely fabulous, wonderful experience. This is the first generation that I don't feel ripped off from Nvidia. I feel good about this. I feel good about the future of gaming on PC going forward. And trust me, guys, it is hard for me to admit this because I am an AMD fan. I am through and through. I love my AMD experience. So it's hard for me to admit this, and it's hard for me to look you straight in the eye and tell you that, gosh damn, guys, finally, the Nvidia experience has fully delivered to a point where I'm giddy. I'm giddy about this experience, this GPU, and I'm very happy, and I want to see the content that I make from this GPU actually do good. I want it to not only blow me away on the personal consumer experience, I want it to blow me away on the creative experience. I want to be able to fully, completely have this experience blow me away. I want it to bring in, more views. I want it to bring in more, a bigger community. I want this GPU to be able to propel this channel even more. Like, those are the expectations that I have for it, and I don't feel like those are unrealistic expectations. I want to be able to help you as a consumer, as a subscriber to this channel, find what's best for you. And when I look at what the 5090 has been able to do, when I look at what Blackwell has been able to do for me and my experience and my my experience in the way that I have dealt with Nvidia since I started on the 30 series, I want to be able to convey that to you so that you know exactly what you're buying, because I've struggled with watching reviews from other people. I've struggled with the information that they deliver and how they talk about like the features and stuff, and it's never made sense to me, because it's like, look, man, even on a 5090, I can see ghosting, I can see shimmering, I can see all of the things that these guys purportedly can't stand, that they don't like. And when I see that on the same GPU that these guys are saying, that they prefer, I'm like, wait a minute, Kay. Like it makes me scratch my head, because I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I can still see these issues that these people say they don't like. And I feel like that conveys the wrong message to the people that, look, man, we all know that there's people out there that are not going to be able to ever buy an RTX 5090. Okay, we know that. So being completely honest and being like, look, guys, even though like 5060, 5060 Ti, 5070, even knowing that that card is probably all they're going to be able to get, I want them to know and understand that it's this generation of Blackwell GPUs, guys, is very similar, okay? I am able to use the same features on the RTX 5050 that I've been able to use all the way up onto the 5090 up till now. With the inclusion of RTX hair, that one there is going to be a little bit trickier. I do want to try to see if I can actually utilize that feature as low as 5050, but something tells me that 8 gigabytes is probably not going to be able to be enough to do that at a reasonable experience on the 5050, because the 5050 is the one card that I can't fully utilize all the features on a game like Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. So everything other than that, to me, for my testing this generation on the Nvidia Blackwell series has been good. Like MFG4X has delivered the experience that I feel Nvidia marketed. Okay, and that's me. I'm just a regular consumer. I'm not out there testing the GPUs like everybody else. I'm not a professional tester. I'm a consumer, just like you. And so when I tell you that, look, listening to the marketing from Nvidia versus listening to the reviews from the other content creators, I'm leaning more towards Nvidia's marketing, delivering what they said and making me feel good and comfortable and happy with the purchase that I made with my own money, versus what the other guys want me to believe, which is negative and doesn't do anything to help me as a consumer have confidence in the products that they're reviewing. Whereas with Nvidia's marketing and Jensen, coming out and being like, look, 4090 power, 5070. Like, I like that. I thought it was funny. I think he did a good job in being like and kind of like being a smartass about it and being like, look, man, with the power of AI, that's the way I took it. And especially after utilizing the Nvidia Blackwell stack and buying these with my very own money and putting my own money on the line, I think Jensen did a good job. Like, I thought that shit was funny. I thought it was funny. I thought it was creative. I'm like, yeah, dude, that was some pretty cool marketing, because me as a customer sitting there buying your product and utilizing these features and being absolutely blown away and being able to fully utilize and have that experience that you presented on stage, that made me feel good. Like, I'm like, gosh damn, Jensen, you're a smart ass. Like, these cards are awesome. These features are awesome. I'm fully on board with the whole AI thing in terms of like, wow, this is the future and I think this is going to be good. But then I look at the other guys and how they represent and produce content for the Nvidia cards, and it leaves me scratching my head. I'm like, what is it that these guys are trying to prove? Because once everyday customers like myself buy these products and spread our joy through word of mouth to other friends and other family, it's only going to continue to make that gap between AMD and Nvidia bigger, because they're not giving you the full truth. They're giving you this gatekeeper type of content that's influencing you to do something that might not be the best decision for you. I mean, think about this, okay? If you've been using Nvidia your whole life and you've been waiting for Nvidia to just absolutely deliver on the promises of giving you something absolutely incredible, and you're on the verge right now because of what you're being told from other people and being influenced to get an AMD product, let's be real, they are equally good. Like, AMD's products are good, but say you've invested and put in that time and you just want that familiarity from Nvidia, and these guys convince you to get AMD, and you miss that mark and you don't get the Nvidia product because of whatever it is they're trying to gatekeep, and then you end up going to your friend's house and trying their 50 series card and it absolutely blows you away. yeah, I don't know, man. That's why I'm really trying to be as honest as I can about these GPUs this generation, is because I don't want to mislead you, because I would feel absolutely terrible knowing that I absolutely love the Blackwell and RDNA 4 stacks. I think they're freaking both incredible. I think the AI powers on both of these cards has absolutely made both of these on their own a competitive choice. So I just want you to have the best information. Now, if you're looking for the absolute top of the line, best you can get, best in class experience, the 5090 is a beast. But if you're looking for something more at the 5070 or 9070 Ti or 5070 Ti or 9070 XT level, that, my friends, that's a lot closer. That is a lot closer. And either way, I am happy recommending either of those experiences 100% fully, without regard, I mean, without any kind of reserve. I could look you in the eyes and tell you, look, man, if you've been on Nvidia for a long time, give AMD a shot. I think you'll love it. If you've been on AMD a long time, give Nvidia a shot. I think you might love it. Either way, I'm good with either decision. I'm good telling you, hey, either one's good. Would I recommend a 5080 over 5070 Ti? If you're a streamer and you're doing like content and stuff like that, content creation, yes, the 5080 is going to provide a slightly better or a better improvement over what a 5070 can do in the creative space. It's got more streaming processors and stuff like that to help with those workflows, whereas the 5070 Ti is designed more for that gaming experience. So if you're a gamer, get a 5070 Ti or 9070 XT. If you're a content creator, a 5080 is a good middle ground between the 5090 and the 5070 Ti. So, but when it comes to 5090, I think this card is good. I think it's worth it, especially if you use the features. If you use the features like MFG4X and all of this stuff, this card's gonna blow your mind. And this card is gonna last you a while in terms of like being able, like games supporting MFG4X. Like, you're gonna have enough raster power this card's gonna be good for a lot longer than I think the 4090 will. But if the 4090 actually ever does get MFG4X, that will be a good card too. It will be awesome. I like MFG4X, but I do believe that it is far more performant on these newer Blackwell cards, as well as RDNA 4, being able to use FSR4 and frame generation, definitely more performant on the AMD RDNA 4 cards than it's going to be when it comes to your RDNA 3 cards. So this is the generation where I think these cards are good. I think these are absolutely incredible. I do like the experience that I've had PC gaming significantly more on RDNA 4 and Blackwell. So with that, my friends, have a good night. We'll see you guys in the next one. If you want to support the channel, you can always join the YouTube membership, or you can find the link in the bottom and support me on Patreon. We all know that these GPUs are getting expensive, and every little bit absolutely helps. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.